Hello, I'm James Milan with Arlington Public News. I'm here today for a conversation about the master plan that is in the process of being developed for Arlington. And joining me to talk about this important undertaking is Carol Kowalski, our town planner, and Monica Tibbetts-Nutt and Charles Kalauskas, who are co-chairs of the Master Plan Advisory Committee. Thank you all for being here. Carol, I'd like to start with you just to get a basic grounding in the issue by answering a couple of basic questions. What is a master plan? Where does the impetus to produce one come from? And what purpose or purposes is it expected to serve?
Sure. Master plan is the town's policy statement on land use and physical development for the town. So it guides investment, both public and private. The power to undertake a master plan comes from Mass General Law. In Massachusetts, though, we are not compelled to do a master plan the way most of the states are compelled to do a master plan. Current state law was developed in around 1994, and Arlington has never had a master plan as considered under Mass General Law. So a lot of what we see happening in Arlington in terms of development and investment from the private sector is ad hoc. Most businesses, when they're considering locating in a community, will think favorably on a community that has a master plan over one that doesn't. Not having a master plan can also lead to a lot of anxiety and stress, I think, for a community if we don't know where we're going.
A master plan is obviously a multi-step process that takes place over, quite a period of time. Where are we right now in this process?
I feel like we're about a third of the way into the process. We are working with a consultant who has worked with us, and we've had a lot of public input, and they've developed baseline reports, existing conditions reports on all of the elements, land use, transportation, economic development, housing. And the next step is they'll prepare working papers. We've also prepared some draft goals, and I think an important next step is for us to try to do as much surveying of the community as possible to determine whether these goals are mutually shared.
What does the public think about these things?
I think the biggest concerns from those kind of standpoint is parking, trying to ease the congestion through Mass Ave, trying to make better transit connections utilizing the existing MBTA service with our bus service, and also the proximity to Alewife Station. And just basically trying to use the resources we have and try and maximize the efficiency of that. That seems to be overall, kind of blanket generally what we're looking at from a transportation standpoint.
Are there observations in other areas, things that you've picked up from the public, Charlie?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Preservation of open space is very important to the residents. The proximity of open space, the fact that we have neighborhood parks, play lots, I think that's very important to people. And the Minuteman Bikeway connects a lot of those open spaces as well. I think we also heard that citizens want to preserve neighborhood schools, preserve the historic buildings that we have in town, the library, the town hall, very important icons in town. And whatever we do in the future to make sure that we preserve, enhance, and build around those facilities.
This is James Milan with Arlington Public News.